7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Tune in. This is your Friday Night Lights podcast, photo and entertainment in Middle Georgia sales and services. Coke, don't worry about Pepsi. I had to go see a man about a meeting.
Look at here, look at here.
A-Town down.
And you better not lose.
Tune in.
Not so fast, my friend.
You better say it with your chest.
Come on now, shout it.
And you better not lose. Hey, you better watch your mouth now.
I am a label.
Better shut your mouth.
Yes, I am. I don't mean to interrupt. Better say it with your chest. Let's get it.
And you better not lose.
What's going on, good people? What's going on?
What's good? What's good? We back.
We are back, people. Y'all come in. I did say around 7. I didn't say 7. I said around 7. So y'all make sure y'all come on in and let us know you're here.
Man, they know we on CP time. I don't even know why they tripping like that.
We certainly appreciate you. How y'all doing out there in podcast land? What's going on, Chris? Jeremy, we don't care what you want. So I'm just gonna leave it there. But welcome.
That's over talking crazy already. We ain't even got 5 minutes in.
Already. I had the roof out.
You know what?
Friday night.
You know what? Let me go on and pull. Man, let me go on and pull me one up.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna need it tonight.
You know what we look like. But anyway, welcome to the Friday Night Lights podcast.
Weekly edition for July 3rd.
Yes, weekly edition for July 3rd. We gave y'all a little break in June so you could celebrate the Juneteenth holiday and any vacations that you got going on. But it's July. The rubber is meeting the road. We're in a dead week this week, but we're going to come out swinging next week with high school football. So we are back. It is July. What's going on, Barry? Pierce County in the building. We are so glad that y'all have decided to join us tonight. Anybody else excited about the season coming up?
Yes.
I'm definitely excited.
I know I'm excited because, okay, you know what? I ain't gonna get the show started off like that.
Why not?
But I do want to invite any Christie County fan to come on and we can discuss anything football related. I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna be nice about it for now. But you know what? I'm gonna call him out. If Mr. Zoe here want to come on, he more than welcome to. and we can have this conversation.
Yes, he had a great time this week and last week in the chat. I mean in the AAA group. So what's going on, Paris? I saw something about that, Barry. Lee County got most of Chris County players. I saw something about Lee. They got somebody. They just got somebody from Camden County today.
Who? Lee County? Yeah, and they got a player from Llewellyn, and they got a receiver from Llewellyn.
What?
Yeah.
Well, and so I read somewhere somebody said they got a player from Crisp County too. Now Barry is saying they got 2 players from Crisp County. So,
transfer reporter don't close until August.
Lee is a
I don't know why they have a follow
right. Yeah. Transfer reporter closed somewhere around August.
So
August. We're gonna say July 31st transfer portal closes.
you know,
Cause most people gonna be doing scrimmage games on the second anyway.
hmm so Lee was notorious. They had a name for getting a lot of transfers, but for the past few years they've been relatively quiet. And I guess maybe they figured the heat was off of them, and they could do what they got to do. What's going on, Marquise? How you doing, nephew? Welcome. Welcome.
What
So
Lee
we
in
got
5A this year?
hmm?
Yeah. What Lee in 5A 4A this year? I forgot.
Lee is in 5A with Thomas County Central. They're in the same region with Thomas County Central, Hoco, and Coffee County.
Mm. Oh, okay. I found what I was looking for. Yeah, I found what I was looking for. Okay.
I mean, that's
Dang,
like I said,
man.
it's gonna be a tough region.
Okay.
Oh, tell your
No.
daughter I said happy birthday, or is it your girlfriend? I can't remember. Either way, happy birthday with the birthday girl, whoever the birthday girl is. Is it Grant? Tell me who the birthday girl is, Marquise. You got a lot of nice, influential women in your life. That's why you're
How
so
you gonna
mellow.
how you gonna put that man business out there like that?
Happy birthday, baby girl. She
Mm.
is 16. Okay. Happy birthday.
What? I'm sorry,
So,
y'all. I'm looking at some stuff online right now. I really can't show, but
what you
not
want
right
to
now.
talk about?
I can't show it right now. But we're gonna discuss it in the upcoming weeks. Mm.
Ah,
Okay.
ah, okay.
Cause it's gonna take the fun out. I'm just gonna put the question out there. How many folks about Spalding? Feel about Spalding down there in Griffin.
How do I feel about them?
Yeah, I mean, if you had to rank them right now, where would you rank them at?
It's hard to say because there's so much upheaval in Spalding
Uh,
County. I mean, they had a really good year last year considering, but when you think about the coaching transition and how the coaching transition happened, the fact that
uh,
they had that stellar quarterback and he's now gone, it's just kind of up in the air. I don't know what the
okay.
but
Nah,
what do
I was
you
looking
think?
at. I don't think they deserve to be a number three
A number three and what?
in 3A.
No, number three.
Okay, yeah, and that's why I say we're gonna talk about this in the upcoming weeks.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah, but Barry asked me a question. Man, I don't know why y'all keep asking me this question. I keep telling y'all
I was
every
finna
show.
answer it for you, Mike. I was gonna answer it for you.
Okay, answer for me because you already know I'm gonna say the same thing. You know I'm gonna kiss hands. I mean, shake hands and kiss babies on this question.
Okay. So, Barry, the answer to this question is Mike thinks that Cedar Grove is going to go 6-4, and they're going to make a third round exit. Did I
That's
get it
it.
right?
You got it right. You hit the nail on the head. Nothing
Okay.
more, nothing less.
What's going
Ain't
on,
nothing more to it,
Oscar?
nothing less
Nothing more to it,
than a
nothing less.
prostitute on the good. But that joker said, "Nah, that's funny right there. I like that one. I like
What's
that."
going on, Oscar? So, what you think y'all gonna do in double A, Oscar? Let me know what you think. Realistically. And are y'all senior heavy? And it is hot. It's ridiculous. It's cool the past couple of days, but
Man, it felt good yesterday up until about 2, 3 o'clock when the sun decided to come out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oscar is a Carver Columbus Tiger Bear.
Oh, he'll be out.
Please let me know who
We
it
ain't,
is.
ain't no Doherty fans on here because I got a good question for Doherty.
Child, please. With my buddy Wody Low popping. I ain't seen him since Cam Davis went down. I ain't seen him. So. What you doing? What you doing with the ghost face, Barry? What you trying to say about Carver Columbus? We all know what you think. Marquis says it's too hot to go to hell. That's right. So y'all better get right. Oscar said we should do good. We just have to make sure our quarterback play is good. We really were led by 25 and the 26 classes. Okay. So y'all got a lot of experience coming back.
You know what? With what he just said, it leads me into a good question. And this is a conversation that I had with some folks over the past 2 weekends. What on both sides of the ball, offensive and defensive side of the football, what is the most important position in high school? We're talking high school now. What's your most important position?
Can I put in real quick? What's going on, everybody? Been on mute for a while, but I'm ready to go right now. Catching up on our comments. To me, even in high school, it still have to be the quarterback play on offense.
Okay.
And on defense, you got to have a good linebacker core.
Okay, so you're going with the whole entire group instead of a position. And I feel the same way.
Well, even if you want to pick a position, I got to say the Mike linebacker. You know, your middle linebacker got to be able to read. That's where the defense. I think he's the quarterback of the defense.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're gonna say a certain position and not just a group of linebackers, I'll say the middle linebacker.
I mean, I'll take a group because in a consensus, the quarterback room got to be straight, linebacker room got to be straight. Okay, Jess, what do you think?
Quarterback, definitely. Defense. I'll go with the linebacker core.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to think though.
Hold on before you think, because I got a follow-on question to my question. Now, what is your second most important position group or position and or group?
Okay. Offense is the offensive line, and on defense in high school, it's really the secondary. Because if you got a stud linebacker core, you can pretty much help against the run, especially if your secondary is strong. Defensive line, you can kind of get by with them being subpar if you got that back seven together.
Okay.
All right, and I'm glad you said that because I'm making this argument. I'm having this debate with somebody who said defensive line is the second most important group, and I'm like, nah, because you can hide that with a good linebacker and a good secondary.
Yeah. I definitely would secondary second.
Yeah. And the reason we was having the debate is because we was talking about obviously City Road. All right. And that's where the debate came from because we were talking about how we looking. Well, position groups wide. And I'm talking not individual positions, but position group wide. Because I've been telling y'all, offline, I feel we're gonna have one of the better defenses this year in 3A.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But I don't understand why people put so much emphasis, especially at the high school level, on the defensive line when you can disguise it and hide it with by running multiple fronts, and you really ain't got a blitz. All you need your lineman to do is get in the way, fill a gap. This is where I need for you to go and sit.
Yeah, I mean, fundamentally sound is what you want out of a defensive line because if you be real, you think about the sack leaders in the state of Georgia in high school, they're normally linebackers. are some good bookends.
Yeah.
And, you know, you just want your defensive lineman, even if it's your defensive end, if they can just fill a body, fill a hole, draw up somebody to prevent, that's when your linebackers and your secondary can step up. So you can help the defensive line by having a good linebacker core and a good secondary.
Okay,
Okay.
so Oscar
Now,
says, okay,
go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
was just gonna read real quick. Oscar says quarterback on offense and D line on defense. Without that push, you're dead. Jeremy says, I don't really understand what he's saying right
Yeah, I
here.
don't understand that one there,
So
but the
Jeremy
second one,
says, not really, Mike. The linebackers can get worn down against a heavy running back that can't be slowed down at the line of scrimmage. So
okay.
go ahead.
Now, back to what Yo said. 'Cause me and Yo on the same page on this. As long as you have a fundamentally sound defensive line, they don't have to be the best. I just need for y'all to work fundamentals. And you can fill that gap. It takes the pressure off your linebackers because you got linebackers and linemen filling gaps, reading gaps. Your linemen do their job fundamentally being and fill that gap. It's not going to be that much load on your linebackers. Your linebackers are just scraping over the top and doing what they're supposed to do. Because I don't care what defense you look at, on what level, majority of the defensive linemen fill the gap, get in the way. Your linebackers are coming in anyway. Because your linebacker should be your toughest and meanest player on the field. So I
That's
kind
where
of
I
disagree,
agree with you 100%, my brother.
but I do kind of disagree with you, Jeremy, because my linebackers they eat gunpowder for breakfast.
Okay.
So, I understand where you're coming from, but if you're playing a run heavy team, as long as your defensive line is filling gaps like they supposed to, they gon' the running back is gonna run into a lineman eventually. He's not gonna always get hit by a linebacker. Linebacker's not always gonna make the play. And then on top of that, you can always drop your strong safety down. That's the joy of having a strong secondary, i.e., your second most important group. You can
Mhm.
bring a corner in on the blitz off the edge. You can drop them. You can drop a safety down and help support the run. So that's why I feel the secondary is the most important group on the field.
Anybody else got any input in podcast land? What's going on, Mr. Prince? How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Look something up for me, Mike, because okay, so let me read what Oscar says first, and then I'll tell you to look something up.
Okay.
Oscar says, "Man, you put an okay D line out there and rely on the linebackers all game if you want with multiple running backs that are dogs or big ass bruiser, bro. Them LBs ain't gonna make it. So I disagree with that. D line got to have one or two studs up there.
Okay,
I do.
okay, let me
Okay.
take
Take a
this.
look.
Let me take this.
Okay.
Let me take
Go
this,
ahead,
bro.
bud.
Let me
Go ahead.
take this. Okay. Oscar, what I want you to do is go back and look at Peach County High School. Come and I speak on Peach County because here on Friday Night Lights, y'all know we like to speak facts. We talk what we know, not what we heard. And I know about this Peach County defense. Go back and look at Peach County defense. Go and look at the defensive linemen that Peach County has had and produced. And then look at the linebackers and secondary that they produce. Peach County has always had a fundamentally sound defensive line. We have had some special occasions where you had that stud of a defensive lineman. Shout out Quintel Jones, shout out going back into the 90s, Terry Jolly and Kenzie Ross and people like that. But when I'm talking about traditionally defense of Peach County Trojans, we had a fundamentally sound defensive lineman that knew how to fill gaps. Of course, your defensive lineman gonna make tackles on these running backs. We're not talking about a poop defensive lineman that just getting blown off the ball. We're talking about the importance of defense sequence. And again, if your linebackers are strong, can run side to side, go back and watch the Calhoun Championship game in 2007 and watch what Jaquez Jackson did as a middle linebacker for Peach County. That's against a hell of a running game that Calhoun was throwing at us in the first half of that football game. Go back and look at that. Then you'll understand what it is that me and Thirsty trying to tell you. A fundamentally sound defensive line with a nice secondary and a nice linebacker core will get the job done on a high school football level.
Yep.
Okay. So this is what I wanted you to look up.
Okay.
Because Oscar and Barry are having a side conversation. Barry says that Carver Columbus will be dead in 2A. He also says that Carver Columbus's region is too weak for them to make a major impact in the state championships. I am assuming. So, I wanted you to do me a favor and see if you could look up their regions and who's in it, because I want to know.
Oh, yeah, no problem. So with Carver Columbus, right? Y'all want me to put? Do I need to put this on the screen?
By all
No,
means.
you're fine, Oscar. No. Yeah, put it on screen, Mike. No,
Okay.
y'all keep talking. It's fine. We don't have a problem.
Oh yeah, this you know the show, Oscar. You're a long time listener. You know we have no problem with that. We love for you all to engage.
Please.
All right. So first things first. This is Carver Columbus's schedule. All right. That we're looking at. We're looking at their schedule first. So with this schedule, looking at this schedule, Whitewater, private school, they probably gonna this coin flip, right? Coin flip. Spencer, you should be Spencer. You're playing a 4A school in Harris County, but Harris County is a doormat in 4A, so that's really
No.
Nah.
Not this. You talking about the Harris County that won?
Yeah, that's old Harris County.
Yeah. I'm thinking something else. My bad. Y'all know I ain't got enough lip in me yet.
Okay, all right, bro. Let me just stop you right there. And I ain't stopping you, bro, because I don't think you know what you're talking about. Because let's be clear, I know my brother plays football.
That's the wrong schedule. Oscar said that's the wrong schedule. What's going on, Mr. McKelvin?
Oh, because I was about to say 1 through 4 are tough games. Everything else is not. Just pretty much that's the end of that. If that's the true schedule.
What's going on?
That's right. Oh, wait, 2020. Yeah, that's the right schedule. Coming up for next year.
Right schedule.
Yeah, scroll up, bro. No, scroll. Yeah, okay. Whitewater. Yeah, Whitewater, Harris County, Northside, Columbus is your only opposition on that schedule right there.
And everything in blue is your region.
Ooh.
With a blue mark beside it is your region.
He said, Oscar admits that his region's weak as hell, but y'all talking like they don't show up in the playoffs, and they always do.
Thank you, Oscar. Now that because as a Peach County fan, I have, even me and my brother just got into it. My brother and my sister, we just got into it a couple of days ago. If you got a weak region and you run through your region and you still advance in the playoffs, second, third, fourth round, championship game, who gives a damn if you had a weak region? That shows in the playoffs that you're still able and you're still capable of winning the state championship. So I've never been one to try to look down on a team in what region they're playing in. Just handle the football that you need to handle.
That's all too.
Beat whoever in front of you. That's all you got to do.
Okay.
They put the school of the blind in front of you. Hell, they deserve to be beat.
Basically.
Let's see. Bear says Pierce is coming to bring the pain. Watch. Lord have mercy. I pray Pierce County does extremely well this year because Barry gonna be so disappointed at that.
But Barry,
that's right.
That's schedule. Yeah. But Barry, pay attention. Yeah, Barry, pay attention, man. We'll be releasing our what we think are championship games before the season start. We just like to have our receipts checked by the end of the year. And I've already made mention of this before. Depending on how these new brackets in our favor and how they play out, I think it will probably be Carver, Columbus, and Pierce County for the championship in 2A anyway. And if that pans out, it'll be real good for you and Oscar, and shout out my boy J-Bo and Rails over there in Carver for y'all to continue that talk all throughout the season and see how it pan out by the end of the year.
All right, so let's see.
This Pierce County schedule.
Okay, Wayne County, Brooks County, New Hampstead, Cook, Appleton.
Chris?
Now, Chris, Tatnall.
Yeah, they gonna beat the shit out of Chris and Tatnall County.
Yeah. Those Tatnall, Chris, Brantley, Valdeia, they ain't gonna be no match for and Wayne really is not gonna be a match because they kind of lost everything. So I stand corrected. You're looking at 5 good games and 5 cupcakes, where Columbus had 4 good games and 6 cupcakes. So I think you got to get a strength of schedule to Pierce on this though, because they playing some dogs. When I say that New Hampstead team and that Brooks County team, the Cook County team, Appleton County, and don't sleep on Valdeia. They not Valdeia old, 3-4 years ago, but always down there in that Toombs County area with Valdeia and Toombs, they got great athletes down there. So strength of schedule I'll give to Pierce, but I still think it's going to be a good matchup for Carver and Pierce this year.
What's going on, O'Neal? How you doing? Okay.
All right. So
he gonna see in the right schedule because he said what they got on there is incorrect.
I mean, it's the same on here and on Max Preps. So yes, okay. Send me y'all schedule. Hey, send me the schedule for 2025 then.
24-25, right?
24.
Yeah. All right. So this is what I want to talk about. Since we talking about plays, since you brought up playoffs, right?
Mm-hmm.
You brought up playoffs, right?
Yes, sir, bro.
So what we're gonna talk. So our good friend over at George at GHSA football on Instagram, Drew. He put up. He tried to explain to us and help us understand the new playoff system coming up. So with that being said. So basically, everybody understands that 6A through 4A is the same brackets as before.
Same format that you had.
Same model,
1 through
right?
4 in the region. Break it down into your playoff matchups.
Now, as we're having this discussion, remember, 3A on down is 2 separate playoff brackets. Publics in one bracket, private schools will compete in another bracket. All right.
Okay, so AD2 is not going to be in the same model either, apparently.
No. 3 from 3A down.
Well,
3A down.
Look at I'm just going by what I'm reading right here. So, Chris, that's what we're about to look at right here. Okay, so it says classes A through D2, 4A, 5A, and 6A. These classifications will use the same model as in previous years.
Okay, now let me think about this only because it will only show to be true on that if they have no private schools playing in Division 1. Single A Division 2.
Okay, I think that was my question.
Yeah, so we'll have to take a look at the.
I don't think any private schools are down in D. I don't think any private schools are down in D2.
So they're not. That will probably fit well for them.
That makes sense then.
Mm-hmm. And thanks for catching that, babe, because I didn't think about that or see that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But yeah, Chris, that's what we're about to look at right now.
So 3A, 2A, D1. Like again, separate playoff bracket for public schools and private schools. All public schools is going to compete in their respective classes, right? So all 3A public schools against 3A public schools. 2A public schools against 2A public schools. D1 public schools against D1, and the same for private schools. All right. So all 3 of those classes for private is going to compete against each other.
That's a whole bunch of games, championship games.
No, it's not because you got to understand the format. You got to understand the format, which
Okay.
we're gonna end up getting to on how they're gonna decide who who makes the playoffs outside of region champion. Okay.
Okay.
Now we already know it's 32 seeds. Region champions get an automatic bid.
That will
Okay,
be 1 through 8.
correct. So you got your eight top number one seeds as always before. Now we get into figuring out the rest of the seeds 9 through 32. And it's a formula that they're going to use. So take the formula, i.e., as you said before, strength of schedule. It takes into account winning percentage and opponents' winning percentage. And those opponents you played, the opponents they played against, i.e., thank you, Chris, something like
Yes,
a power
power
ranking.
ranking.
All right.
Oh,
So
real quick, bro, not to interrupt you, but
go ahead.
this formula that he's speaking of also will rank uh 1 through 8 also. You will go starting with records, but if you have 8 region champs and all are 10-0, just say, they then will go to this formula to determine region champs between 1 and 8 also. So just to clarify that is something that I knew before Drew releasing of this. Um, Before this was coming out, that was something that I knew to determine 1 through 8 also.
It is, Ricky. He says, I was thinking the AD1 through 3A private schools will compete for one championship. I thought they were too. So you're saying,
No, they will play their own championship.
so AD1, all the private schools will have a championship. The 2A private schools and the 3A private schools. So there'll be 3 additional champions.
No, the
Yeah.
private schools from 3A, 2A, and single A Division One, the private schools, all of them will play for one championship.
Okay. And then
They will
they'll
play each other. 3A will play 2A and 1A. All of them will be combined playing each other for one championship.
so they're just gonna do a power ranking for all of them. So who determines who gets the top 8? You see what I'm saying?
And
Okay.
what?
Now hold on. All right. Now we're about to get into that. So to answer your question, when seeding teams in each bracket 1 to 32, region champions are seeded highest and ranked based on the rating, right?
Yep.
They basically got automatic bids. It's just a matter of how we're gonna rank these top 8 teams in each class based off of winning region. So after the region champions are seeded, region runner-ups are ranked based on the same rating. Now, after region runner-ups, i.e., those people that took second place in the region, now you're trying to fill your third and fourth place seeds, right? And at large teams are seeded together. So therefore, even though you didn't finish in the top 4 in your region, you still have a chance to make the playoffs based on your winning percentage, your opponent's winning percentage, and your opponent's winning percentage.
And to clarify that also, you may have 2 teams in your region that make the playoffs, and you may have 4 teams in another region that make the playoffs. There will no longer be teams that's playing in a region that's subpar, and you got a 3-7 record, and you make the playoffs.
Okay,
Those days are over with.
I'm gonna
So the
clarify. I'm gonna give. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. So only the region champs and the region runner ups are guaranteed
Pretty
a playoff
much.
spot.
Pretty much.
Okay.
So prime example, right? We talk bad about. I know I talk bad about Savannah region, right? Savannah region may only have one team in the playoffs for the next 3 years, and
that
that's the
makes
region
the
champ.
region champ.
And that's just the region champ. Now they might luck up and get 2 teams because of the region runner-up to number 2, right? But they're not going to. It would not surprise me if the Savannah region only had 2 teams in the playoffs at the max.
Well, that's interesting.
So,
So
and
you got region champs, region runner ups, and then everybody else is an at large bid.
basically,
Okay.
number one and number two seed pretty much automatic bids. It's just a matter of where you're going to fall at in the ranking. So let's just say the top eight region champs. The next top eight are those region runner ups, and then the third and fourth place seeds. Hey man, you better. Hey, all I can tell you is I hope you had a good schedule.
So, no knock on anybody. I just want to use 2A because I think 2A is going to be second or third best classification this year. When you look at 2A and you look at that 2A region with Pierce, Appling, Cook.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you're talking 2A right now, real fast, right? So I'm gonna do this.
Appling,
Hold on, let me do this real fast. I'm gonna put up the 2A region schedule real fast. Where we at? Bam, right there. All right.
okay.
So Yo's talking about the 2A region. All right. So these are all the 2A. Which 2A region you talking about in particular?
2A region 3.
Okay. It is possible for them to have 14. But I seriously doubt they're gonna. I seriously doubt they have 14. They're gonna have 3.
Yeah. And here's the thing. All right, let me just look at a region real quick. Scroll to your right. All right, bro. Oh, it's going down.
Yeah.
I don't see nothing in 2A. Scroll up to 3A. Let me look at 3A. Okay, right there. Region 3A, classification 3A, region 2. LaGrange, Maryperson, Sandy Creek, Spalding, Troup County, Upson Lee, Trinity Christian. All of them are pretty good programs. Whitewater. Okay, let's say Sandy Creek. I think Sandy Creek win the region.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right, so hold on. What?
No. Trinity Christian. Whitewater is going to be a public school.
Whitewater private school.
Check it, bro. I think Whitewater will be listed as a public school.
Whitewater private school, and the only reason I know that is because of Raul. Dude that called City Road to forfeit some games. He went to Whitewater. They're a private school in Fayetteville, I think.
Yeah, they're down in Fayetteville.
Yeah, Whitewater private school.
Okay, so take your cursor off of Whitewater. I can't see who's. Okay, Upson Lee. Okay, let's say Sandy Creek win the region. LaGrange second. Maryperson third. Troup fourth. This is just an example because we know there's not. Upson Lee. You can possibly have every last one of those teams I named make the playoffs from that region. If you go next door to that Savannah region and Liberty County is the only good team in there.
Mm-hmm. Public school wise. We're only talking public school wise.
Public school, yes. So
I just looked it up. I just to enter into the conversation.
Whitewater is a public school.
The number three public school in Fayette County.
Yes, they're a public school.
Oh, okay.
Your boy here, Mike. What's going on, Zoe?
What up, twin?
How you doing, Chad? How you doing, Chad? We're gonna get back. How you doing, Ricky? I'm sorry, I read your comment and didn't even speak. How you doing?
So
ain't no y'all looking for you. I'm
gonna circle the block on you, Zoe. I'm gonna spin the block on you. Give me a second.
Yeah, shout out, twin. When we finish this, I definitely let you and Mike have y'all time because y'all deserve it. But like we saying, listeners, it's not 4 teams from each region making the playoffs anymore. It's gonna be the first top 8 region champs. Okay. Then you have your runner-ups that may get in. There may be some runner-ups who rankings don't stack up to even make 9 through 16. They may not make that ranking. So there may be only one team from a region. You may have like this region 2
in 3A, man, you could have 5 or 6 teams from that region make the playoffs, all because of their strength of schedule, their opponents' records, their points for, points against, whatever they take into place into this power ranking. So if they come out with a team that's better than your number 2 team in 3A in Region 3, their number 5 team is better than the 2, 3, 4 teams in Region 3. Guess what? Their number 5 team getting in over at one of those schools.
Let me ask you this though. Hold on. I thought I read where the region champ and the region runner up are guaranteed spots. Did I read that wrong?
Well, they say they then go to the region runner ups. And again, this is Drew information. This is new to me. I haven't read this. Everything I'm speaking of is things that I heard before. After the season start, I've been kind of talking about the playoff brackets and how it would be this year. Mm-hmm. So everything I heard is just the top 8 is a definite guarantee. Everything else is going off of rankings. So what I'm imagining is if you have somebody fighting for a region champ, I'm pretty sure that's why they're saying that they power rankings might be high enough. But then I think about situations where you could, just like that Savannah region, you could have somebody in that region that will be a number 8 seed because they're 4 and 6. They won all their region games, but lost everything else. They're going to get in. But then if the next guy underneath them is 3 and 7 as a runner up, how do he deserve to go to the playoffs over a 6 and 4 team that's been fighting in a tough region? So that's why I don't think it's the runner up automatically. It's what I was explained to, and that was coming from someone at the GHSA when they first released the fact that this how the rankings was going to be.
Okay, so what you're saying is this might not be correct. Region runners up are ranked also based on the rating. Okay.
Yeah. From what I've told, I don't know if Drew information is just saying again that you would think that the runner up will be pretty high in that RPI ranking. Mm-hmm. But again, if they have changed anything or that's what they're going with, that wasn't what I interpreted and what I was told.
Oh, okay. So, Tony McKelvin, you are absolutely right. Region 1 Quad A is very, very strong, and it will be a fight every week. And it's a good thing y'all don't have to be subjected to the power rankings because, well, no, not necessarily, because y'all would probably get
4 or 5 teams in.
4 or 5 teams in because it's strong. What about Calvary Day, Chris? Are you saying they're going to win it all?
Yeah, I mean probably for private, yeah. But real fast, I just want to follow up on Yo's statement / question. Okay, this is what's on the screen right now is the minutes from the GHSA. All right, from November of 2023. All right, and this is what they put out as far as how the public, how the playoff brackets would work. So obviously, we already said 1 through 8. We already know is your region, basically your region champs. All right, but when you look at it though, they saying a runner. No, hold on. They saying a runner-up can end up falling can get up to number 5. At the highest, a region runner. If you number 2 in your region, you can get up to number 5 in the classification. So you walk in with a 5 seed.
So basically, a region champion is not necessarily guaranteed a 1 through 8 spot. They're just guaranteed a spot, but just not necessarily 1 through 8. Oh, yeah. Okay.
So this is how the JHSA is putting it out. Put it out back in November.
No.
And then everything else, 10 through 32, basically they're all at large.
Okay.
Yeah, see, if you read the definition of at large, I'm not trying to discredit anything that this is saying in those minutes, but if you look at that, that don't really make a lick of bird sense. 8 classifications, you got a region champ, and you saying a region runner up could be high as 5. Like if that's the case, you could have a region runner up that has a better record, strength of schedule, and everything than a number 2 region champ. You know, you might have a region champ that be their region, and then they're the second best team in that classification, and you're gonna drop them all the way to 5 just by how you're trying to do power rankings or something. That just don't make sense. Like it got to be a format, and the format, from what I was told, is kind of like NCAA basketball March Madness. And if you know, in March Madness, your conference champions, you know, they pretty much get these 1 seeds. Now you do have conference champions in some mid majors that be lowly ranked seeds, and it's just an automatic bid. But if they're going to do it like that, you can't give region champions an automatic bid to be the top 4.
No, you see what I got highlighted, right?
Seed all of the region champions 1 through 8, or the number of region champs, by the school's postseason ranking formula totals, and all of the region runner-ups 9 through 16 are starting at the seed below the lowest region champ.
So that's what that's saying is only 4 region champs then.
No. It's saying all region champs getting an automatic bid. All right, for both sides. All region champs automatic bid. Now, how they're going to be seeded is based on the formula, but they're going to be seeded 1 through 8. Now, region runner-ups 9 through 16. As I said before, again, now 3rd and 4th seeds and at larges. All right, flip a coin on that. Just because you got a 3rd or 4th seed in the region don't mean you're making a playoff. You have to finish number 2 in your region to guarantee you a spot in the playoffs. Plain and simple.
This is lunacy.
So here we go. 4 public schools win the region. 5 public schools finish as region runner-ups, right? 15 public schools finish as 3 and 4 in the region. That's a total of 24 schools guaranteed a state playoff seed. The 8 remaining seeds are determined by the PRF. All 3rd, 4th, and at-large playoff participants will be seeded based on the ranking, the formula, right?
Okay.
Just because you finish 3rd or 4th don't guarantee your playoff spot, because if your winning percentage, your opponent winning percentage, and your opponent's winning percentage ain't high enough, you might get overlooked. But at the end of the day, though, the main thing to take away from this is this one statement right here. Out of the 32 teams that's guaranteed to make the playoffs, there are 8 spots that are up for grabs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna go on record and say this. This is the first year this was happening. It's in place for the next 3 years. They're gonna do away with that shit after that.
Oh, they are. They are. They will. Because when you look at what they're trying to do at the seeding, so basically what you're telling me is we're talking 3A, right? So when you're looking at 3A, let's say, you know what? Let's take y'all region. Let's take Peach County region, because it's one of the toughest regions in 3A. Bainbridge, Cairo, Peach County. Actually, no.
After that, that's it. That region
that's why I stopped that. Yeah, you know what? Hold on. We're gonna move up. We're gonna go to 6A. We're gonna go to a 6A region. It might be easier for us to understand.
What? Well, we're going to understand it, but they don't. That's not their playoff system. But go ahead.
I'm telling you, if you go to Region 3 with that Sandy Creek and Upson Lee and Spalding and that region, Troup County, that's a region that you can look at that information on.
Man,
that's
we know Sandy Creek is running. Sandy Creek is running away with that region.
That's fine, bro, but that's still the toughest region in 3A.
Hold on, where we at? Sandy Creek is running away with that region all day long. I don't care how you spin it, how you try, flip it, rub it down. Oh no, poison. Sandy Creek is running away with that region. So now your number 2 seed, shit. What you gonna do? Flip a coin between Lagrange, Spalding, and Troop?
Yeah, that's why I say you can just give an example. Just say Lagrange or Troop. It don't matter.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna put it like this. Let's just say Sandy Creek runs the table, goes 10-0. That gives everybody else in their region a good opponent's winning percentage because Sandy Creek went 10-0, right? Let's say the next team, we're gonna say Lagrange went 9-1. They only lost to Sandy Creek. Again, their winning percentage, their opponent's winning percentage, Sandy Creek, helped boost them because they went 10-0 also. Okay, let's say Troop. No, we're gonna say Spalding go 8-2. They lost 2 region games to Sandy Creek and Lagrange. Okay. Again, their winning percentage, their opponents and their opponent's winning percentage help boost them up. And then who we gonna say? Troop County. We're gonna say they what? We're gonna say 6-4. They lost to the top 3 in the region. But their opponent's winning percentage and their opponent's winning percentage help boost them up. Not their winning percentage, but the people they lost to help boost them up. I'm gonna take this a little bit further. I told you City Grove 6-4, right? Wins the region. But guess what? Their opponent's winning percentage, Douglas County, is going to come into account. Douglas County may lose, 2 games this year, if that?
Mm-hmm.
We know 2 of those teams that they play doesn't even matter. Their out-of-state teams don't matter because they're only going to count GHSA teams. So Monarch out of Florida, team out of Dallas is going out the window. Now we're only worried about
we don't
who is it, Collins? No, they already said it's only all this stuff only comes into play for GHSA schools.
Oh, okay. I was thinking something else,
Yeah.
Mike. Forgive me.
Okay.
In the meantime, while you talk about that, let me go ahead and tell these people hello. What's going on, Morris and Mr. Robert, and how you doing, Mr. James? Welcome. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So City Grove's opponent's winning percentage is only based on 8 schools. Cool. We can live with that. Why? Because Stevenson and Douglas is going to help boost us in the region. Now, once we get against our opponent's opponent, we already know Douglas County and who the other team we play? Mill Creek. Is it Mill Creek or Collins Hill? One of them we play. They're going to help us out. That's if we don't win the region. If we do win the region, okay, we know we're automatically in. It doesn't matter what seed we're going to take. And we know we're going to play a 3 or 4 seed.
Hey, bro.
I take that back. We're going to play a number 4 or an at-large seed in the first round.
Bro.
What's up?
I'm just trying to figure out if you're trying to make yourself feel better about this season.
No, because I already told you. We walk in with a number 1 seed. We're going to play what we would normally play. A 4 seed or a 4 seed. In this case, it's going to be at large league, either 4 or at large. But let's be serious about it. 1, 2, region 1, right? 1, we got 1, 2, 3 teams we know we're going to make it out of region 1. Region 2, and you got good 4 teams. You more than likely going to have 1 coming out of region 3, 2 coming out of region 3. You're going to have 2 teams coming out of region 3. I don't care how you want to spin it. Region 4. How many teams you think coming out of region 4 and 3A? 2.
I was just asking, bro. I ain't
No,
saying
no,
nothing
no,
against
no,
you.
no, no. Hold on, no. Let's be real about this. 5A. We're gonna say a good two, maybe three, right? Douglas County, Stevenson, City Road. 6A, 7A, Calhoun, and a Daresville. Daresville probably gonna take it. Calhoun and Daresville gonna fight for the 1 seed. 8, Jefferson and Monroe and a Coney. Dude, we still got a crap ton of seeds left, and them teams ain't gonna be worth a crap.
Oscar wants to know who is the number 2 coming out of 3 AAA because
Out of 2 AAA,
mhm.
I know Sandy Creek gonna be one. I mean, I don't. It's gonna be a toss up between LaGrange, Spalding, and Troop.
I don't know about Spalding, again, for the reasons I stated earlier, I'm not sure about Spalding, but maybe they
Okay,
play with
all
a
right.
chip on the shoulder.
Okay. Bottom line is this: we ain't worried about that school. That school going private. We know they ain't hitting on them because Duke Watson
They
gone.
lost the best thing they had.
Duke Watson gone, right? So everything I'm highlighting, we ain't worried about.
He said no, 3 AAA. He said 3 AAA. That is 2 you talking about. 3
Oh, my bad.
AAA. You talking about
Oh,
Savannah.
this one. Oh,
Oh,
this
so
one.
Jenkins will come out of there, and that's probably it.
It probably Jake. I mean, it's gonna be 2 teams that's gonna come out of there. It's gonna
Yeah,
be 2 teams come out of there. Hold
Jenkins
on.
and probably Liberty County then.
Oh,
Them the only
Lord.
2 teams coming out of there.
Good Lord.
Because Calvary Day is going into the private region.
So maybe that's what they're talking about. Like, okay, so like for region championships, the privates and the publics play together, correct?
Huh?
Or
During the
no?
regular season? During the regular
Yeah.
season?
So the
Yeah, during the
region
regular
championship
season.
could be Calvary Day. So
No, they want
But
Calvary to have the region champions from that season because they're going into their own playoffs.
so
See,
who
that's
do they
something else that I
determine
was
wins the
explaining
region?
when I was talking about if Calvary won their region. And again, that's why these notes, bro, what I was saying is confusing because I sat down and spoke. Calvary Day won't allow it to be held as a 1 seed. So therefore, the 1 seed coming out of that class out of that region will pretty much be a 2 seed, which pretty much not give him a automatic bid, but won't give him a 1 through 8.
Good. Oh, this makes my head hurt.
I'm glad. Oh, just be glad we ain't got to deal with it. Hey, they got to deal with it because they the ones that came up with it. But my thing is though, here's the thing. Even if Calvary Day was to win the region, they'll walk in the top 8 seed. Well, they will win the region. They will. They're gonna walk in. They're gonna walk in.
Yes, half their
Huh?
team gonna be injured, and they're gonna win that region.
Yeah, they're gonna walk in. In a top 8 seed in the private classification playoff because they're using the same formula on the private side. The only difference is it's just all private schools and not public schools. They're using the same system. It's just they just gonna pull them out. All right, you want your region? All right, cool. Let me put you over here. Jenkins Liberty gonna probably end up being 2 and 3.
Yeah. Mr. Shields, you absolutely right. It's gonna be some upset people. I agree. This is
It's a mess. It's a hot mess. It's a hot mess. I totally agree.
That's why this phase will be the first and last time they do it.
I agree. This is
And I'll be honest, if they went to this format with privates and public playing each other, it wouldn't be so bad because you can just what would be the true thing 1 through 8 or the region champions, private or public, and then you group them in order 1 through 8 by the rankings, and then everything else fall in place like you're trying to do. If you was able to do that, it would probably be okay. But taking privates out, making this person a region champion because this person can't be and all of that, when you start doing stuff like that, it's just crazy.
Now,
Yeah, when they
this is
start.
one thing we now this is one thing we do need to make we need to clarify and keep up with. The main thing that I wanted to bring to highlight was they're going to update the rankings weekly on the JHSA website. All right.
Mhm.
Now,
Well,
again, as I said, games against non-GHSA opponents are not counted in the winning percentage. So all of those teams that are playing teams out of state and not within the GHSA, it actually helps them out because if they lose the game, it doesn't count.
it doesn't count. Yeah.
So, prime example, City Grove can lose 4 games, but we'll walk in with a 6-2 record for the
Mhm.
playoff instead
Hell,
of a
you
six
say.
and four record.
Hell, you say.
Because Monarch and Texas won't count. I'm just using City Grove as an example. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Okay.
just using City Grove as an example because that's who I'm familiar with.
I
They'll walk
understand what
in
you're
with a
saying.
6-2 winning percent. 6-2. That winning percentage is going to benefit them because of those two non-JHSA games. If they
Yeah.
lose them,
They have some data analyst that has already written a program for this, and somebody gonna be putting some data into an Excel sheet, and they're gonna go ahead and run the numbers.
now
Um,
I do got
now,
one more thing to add to this. Do
okay.
keep in mind now it's just like the NCAA March Madness. The number one seed is going to play the lowest seed. Number two is going to play the number 31. Number three is going to play number 30, and so on.
Okay. That's going to be interesting. Chris says Calvary Day, Savannah Christian, and Prince Avenue will be the front runners in the private class, in my opinion. Um, yeah,
Yeah, but I'm going to be honest, I anticipate Calvary Day playing Prince Avenue for the state championship as long as they're on the
mhm.
opposite side of the bracket.
Now, one thing I will say is, um, I admire the fact that Aquinas decided to play up so that they could play larger schools. And I mean, even though they are in the Augusta area,
Your brother is here.
who is my brother?
I'm sorry, I thought I was muted, baby. I was talking to Bean.
Oh, okay. Hey, Bean. But yeah, glad you weren't talking nasty. But what was I saying? Yeah, I admire Aquinas for at least attempting to play up so that they can kind of gear themselves up because yeah, Prince Avenue and Calvary Day are no slouches. So yeah.
Now, I'm glad you said that because this is something I would want the fans to, I want our listeners to kind of chime in on this. Benedictine, who was reclassified to 3A, which would have put them in the private school playoffs. And they petitioned to play up in 4A. Why is that? Because here's my thing. I think Benedictine know that they have an advantage being a private school and it's been paying off for them. So they wanted to stay playing the public schools. Do anybody agree with that?
Mm-hmm.
So look at the region. All they got to do is win one region game. Do you see that region?
Whose region is this?
Blessed Trinity. You talking about? Hold on. Who you talking about? Blessed Trinity, right?
No, Benedictine.
Benedictine. I thought you said Blessed. I don't know why I heard Blessed
Like,
Trinity.
I was like,
Hold
ain't
on.
none of that. They ain't nowhere near Savannah.
Hold
What is
on.
he talking about?
Hold on. Where they go? Where they at? My
They're in
bad.
the region
They in
with
region
Warner
1.
Robbins and Perry
Yeah,
and
that's region 1.
Hempstead in Wayne County.
Oh man, you know Benedictine still got a stick. And gonna always keep a stick.
Hi, Paul. What's going on, Paul? He said from the coach's mouth, we would have whipped everybody down there. He is exactly right. They pose no threat.
Okay, Paul. I hear you, and I'm glad that's coming from a Benedictine cadet parent and fan. But here's the thing: you got an advantage playing in that public school, being a private school, and able to bring kids in, or kids able to decide that they want to come play for you. And it's kind of even playing field with other schools that's able to do that also. So that's just why I was wondering, because I think one of the greatest games, or that was a good game, if I'm not mistaken, Paul and maybe someone else can kind of help me out. But when Maris had to play Benedictine, I'm thinking that was a pretty good game.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it was a good one. That was that day Benedictine ended up losing because the coach out coached himself, right? Is that the one you talking about?
I think that's the game, babe.
Okay. Yeah. It was a lot of good games that year. Yes, I remember that. You are absolutely right, Oscar. That region is loaded. I think Benedictine comes out on top in that one though.
Not so fast, my friend. You better pay attention to them demons over there in Warner Robins, Georgia.
Yeah, that's true.
Shit, that's about all they got to worry about in that damn region.
Nah, I ain't gonna tell you that, because Ware County will be a lot stronger with their quarterback getting a year under his belt. Erie will still be pretty good this year, and
New Hampstead.
that New Hampstead, I'm still thinking that might be the best team coming out of Savannah this year with that quarterback they have.
You really okay. All right. So here's I'm gonna ask you this question. You really think New Hampstead got a chance to beat Benedictine?
That's not. Oh, he did say that.
Yeah, New Hampstead had a chance to beat them last year.
Chris says Benny wants that smoke. If they would have stayed in 3A, they would have smashed the next few years. I like the fact that they want the smoke. Don't they play Buford this year? I think they
play Buford week 2. No, week 2.
Oh wow.
Man, okay. Benedictine opens up against Raven Gap on the 17th, because the season officially opens on the 17th, right? Or the week of the 16th, 18th. Open up against Raven Gap. Week 2, they go to Buford. Week 3, they go to Burke County. They should beat this Archbishop Moeller in Ohio. Come back, plays Westminster. Should beat them. And then September 27th, opens up region play against Ware County. And then Warner Robins, New Hampstead, Wayne County, and Perry.
That's not an easy schedule.
No, it's not an easy schedule, but at the same time, though, regardless of what happens in that non-region, that non-region gonna have them ready for the region.
Yeah,
because you're going up against
that region right there is the toughest region in 4A, and it's arguably one of the toughest regions in GHSA this year.
I agree with you, but here's the thing that I love about Benedictine's schedule. They're not shying away from talent, and I think we all on the same page. Iron sharpens iron, and when you playing that tough non-region schedule, it gets you prepared for your region schedule and your classification, right? With them playing that Buford game is going to tell a lot about Benedictine, because they're going to play, and mark my receipt on this, they're going to play one of the best linebacking rooms in the state of Georgia when they go to Buford.
Paul says New Hampstead lost their number 1 wide receiver. So I mean that might make a difference with them. Morris wants to know who has to travel to Savannah between the Cadets and the Demons. I know I ain't.
Let me see. They play Ware County away, Warner Robins away. New Hampstead is at a neutral site. Wait, no, I take that. No, they got New Hampstead at home, Wayne County away, and Perry at home. So they got two home region games. The other 3 are on the road. So they're coming up to Warner Robins to play.
Okay. Let's see. Daniel says, I respect Benedictine for playing up because they have the football numbers of a 4A or 5A school. Barry has the same sentiment. Chris said, Ware and Benedictine are going to be hotter this year. They're region foes now, and they've been going at it real heavy these past few years. That's true. And like Yo said, where it's going to be better this year. I do believe. Here we go. You ready? You ready, Thirst?
Hey, I'm ready.
Zoe said, "What the people want to know is what the Grove talking about. How you doing, Coach Q? Where you been, friend?
My question is, I'm about to say Carver, how is Chris County even willing to open their mouth when they know they finna go through about 3-7 this year? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because everybody know Chris is on Chris is on the bubble of making the playoffs, and the season ain't even started. Cause I already know you gonna come up to Atlanta and lose a game and love it.
Your schedule. Pull it up.
You gonna mess around. Pull the schedule. All right, I got you. Hold on, I got you.
Zoe said we ate with that.
Hey, with what? Oh, you all right? Oh, you all right going 3-7? Oh, so you all right going 3-7 and missing the playoffs?
Okay, so let's see. They play Sumter County at home.
Mm-hmm.
Laurie.
You're not on mute. Okay. So they play Sumter County at home. They were upset by Sumter County last year. So I think they pulled this one out at home.
Sister, it don't even matter. They going 1-3 in the region.
Okay, let's see. Levitt, Fitzgerald, Peach County, Doherty.
They gonna beat Doherty. They should beat Doherty.
Swainsboro. How much did Swainsboro lose? I know they lost an irreplaceable player. They lost, but I wonder how good Swainsboro is gonna be. They always have.
So this is what I'm saying. They gonna win. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. 3-7 is what they going.
Okay, so they gonna beat who? They gonna beat Sumter County.
They gonna beat Sumter, Doherty, and Tattnall County. Doherty and Tattnall. That's it.
Okay, well, it looks like Zoe is not sad about it. He said, "Help us get rid of that coach."
Oh no! Y'all was so happy to have them coaches from City Grove. Y'all hold on to them a little bit longer. Don't start that, cause that you know what? You know what? I'm a crip today. That egg crisp. I can't say no B. Anything so with a B, I just take the B off. Egg crisp, IG crisp. Hey, y'all ain't it this year, and y'all already know it. Y'all can talk. Y'all can lie to us, try and talk it up. But bruh, as long as y'all got that coach, bruh, y'all, it's cool. Y'all have a reason to fire him this year.
You let that man enjoy his 6-figure salary and his trip. Zoe said you on that yak, I see. Okay, looking at this schedule, y'all, and Mr. Britt, how you doing? We're gonna come back to you in just a minute, okay? Zoe, let me get your opinion. When you look at your schedule, what do you see? Honestly.
Do you really see y'all better than 3-7? Let's be real.
I'm sure he sees them better than 3-7.
Okay. I give him 4-6 then. 4-6. They might beat Lubbock.
He said they're gonna go 500. They're gonna do 5-5. What are your 5 wins though? Let me know.
You ain't lying. What's your 5 wins?
I'm thinking he's saying something.
Okay, Sumter, Lubbock, Tattnall County, Doherty.
Gerald and Doherty.
Okay, I'm giving you 4. I can't go past 4-6, no. I can't. Okay, let's do it like this. So this is gonna be our receipt. Zoe, I bet you $1 City Grove has a better overall rating than Chris County this year.
You with that, Zoe? I
might take that bet.
So what do you and when you look at Chris kind of schedule, yo, what do you see? What do you see their record being? Do you see them at 500? Do you see them at 3-7, 4-6?
No, I see them at about 4-6, possibly 5-5, and that's what I called out the day when Twin Dad said. Twin Dad was saying that we was down in them over there. I see them at 4-6, possibly 5-5, which ain't no knock because they in a very tough region.
Mm-hmm. Zoe says Sumter, Levitt, Tatnall, Pierce, and Swainsboro.
Again, 6-4. Because you can take Pierce off that list, but
Pierce?
you can take Pierce off that list, but he can take Pierce off that list for a
You
fact.
know what? Zoe, you just pulled five games out your butt. You don't believe that. Now, but I'm glad we're glad you came to see us. Yeah, that's right. Daniel said, "Ain't no way y'all beating Pierce." I know that's right. Daniel, you my Stockbridge buddy. I'm gonna get to you in a minute. I'm gonna go back up to Mr. Brett. He is a Valdosta fan. So why don't you tell us what you think Valdosta is going to do this year, and do you see Valdosta being the number 1 seed out of that region that they're in? Talk to us
Definitely,
about that.
definitely Valdosta can possibly be the number 1 seed in that region this year.
And I know you're a Valdosta fan, but tell us what you think Lowndes is going to do as well, because they did not live up to expectations last year.
I told y'all they wasn't.
You did, Thirsty. You did. But it just didn't make any sense to me why you hired a coach that y'all beat even when y'all weren't supposed to. Remember, Lowndes was supposed to be really, really terrible that year, and they weren't that great, but they did end up surprising people and going up there and beating. What was that? Who was that? It wasn't Grayson. It was somebody. And then they went and hired the guy that was there that they beat. Didn't make sense to me, but oh well. Coach Q says Benedictine is an all-male school with 400 kids. They are always stacked and ready to play up. I agree.
All right, so this is Valdosta's schedule right here for the upcoming season.
Tucker, Monday, Neal, Doherty. They got a pretty
They got a pretty easy region schedule to make them feel good. You know, to help their morale and stuff. But once they get into their region, the only victory you got for sure is Richmond Hill.
Now, see, this is what Daryl says. He said overall, Valdosta can win the region this year, but Lowndes will be somewhat better, but I'm not sure. But the sleeper in our region will be Richmond Hill. He also said that just I can never say that word right, but that team in Florida is loaded with talent.
Yeah, but it ain't gonna have no impact on your playoff ranking though. That's why I don't even look at out of state games. Now that you know what? Never mind. 6A, yeah. But at the end of the day, though, when it comes to 6A, it's all about region and where you place in the region. So at the end of the day, you gonna sit here and tell us y'all gonna be Camden, Colquitt, and Lowndes.
Okay. I mean, that's not. I'm not saying that it's gonna happen, but I don't think that that's far fetched.
No, it's not far fetched. My thing is, like I say again, I'm still sticking with what I was on last year. Quarterback play for both teams. It's gonna come down. It's quarterback play for both teams because that's what hurt both teams last year was quarterback play. You did not have a true passer that you're used to having.
Mm-hmm. So Chris has a question, and Mr. James, I'm gonna get back to you because I'm interested in knowing what you think Stockbridge is gonna do this year. But Chris says, what are your all's thoughts on the Thomasville Bulldogs this year? I think they're gonna have a deep run this year. And before we go on, I'd like to extend, on behalf of the Friday Night Lights podcast, extend our condolences to the Thomasville community for a tragic death of one of their former players, number 7. it's just it's really sad, and we pray for his family. We pray for the entire community at this time. But what do
For
y'all
sure.
think about Thomasville?
You know what? I'm not gonna talk about Thomasville without sister being on it. I'm gonna leave it at that. I know what I want to say, but I ain't gonna say it without sister on here to defend Thomasville.
Said her said you can. I think them going down. I don't know for sure, but I think them going down to single A is going to help them tremendously. And I also think that they're pull up their schedule. I think they have a tough
I'm about
academic
to.
schedule, if I'm not mistaken. They play Brooks County and they play of course they play Thomas County Central. I don't know who else they play, but those two are enough right there. So I think that will prepare them for region play for sure, and prepare them for are they D2 or D1? I think they're D1.
Yeah, D1.
Yeah.
So that's
But
their schedule.
okay, Brooks.
So I'm not gonna talk about them without sister girl on here.
I listen. Oh, and they play Cairo too. Yeah. I think their out of region schedule prepares them for inside. Uh, I think they do well. They definitely Bacon, Jeff. I think they can beat Bacon, Jeff Davis. Um, Worth.
They got them at home, so that's an advantage for them.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
Work County does try.
Yeah.
They traveled well before. I don't know if they can do it again.
Okay. And then Fitzgerald.
Exactly. Brantley County
Brantley County definitely. I think they win that game.
and Barron, they should win.
Yeah. So, I don't see them. I can see them winning their region. If not, definitely a runner up. But that's me talking because what you call
I
it
get,
was saying.
I give them 64. As of right now, I give them 64.
Okay, so Daryl, let me go back to 6A real quick. Daryl says Camden is learning a new system. Colquitt lost everything. Richmond lost their quarterback from last year, and Lowndes is still trying to find themselves. So, with that being said, like I said, Valdosta being the number one seed is not far fetched.
I know it's not, but I mean, I hear what you're saying on Camden. I agree with you on Colquitt. And Lowndes is gonna be Lowndes when it comes to y'all two playing each other. But I'm not counting Richmond Hill. Definitely ain't worried about Tiff. Nah. So y'all got a chance.
Zoe, who is they, darling? He said they must got a new coach. Who is they? Let me know who you talking about. Chris says in Region 1-6A, I'm calling it the year of the Wildcat. Which Wildcat? I don't know. There's 3 of them in that region, and I ain't taking nothing from Colquitt or Lowndes. I just think a Wildcat is going to come out on top. So that's Valdosta, Camden, Richmond Hill. They're Wildcats. Okay. Where's Toombs? Wait a minute. Toombs in the same region with Thomasville?
Hold on, what you say, sis?
No, I was just reading comments, and Barry says Toombs will win that. I promise you. So I'm just trying to figure out. Well, was that when we were talking about Thomasville? And who is that? Whose coach is worse than whose coach is worse than Chris? So who are you talking about, baby?
I don't know, but it's hard to find one.
Daniel says he's a great athlete, but he's a good enough passer to get them over the hump. I'm assuming he's talking about Valdosta's quarterback.
Okay. I mean,
okay.
We'll know what everybody working with by week 3, week 4.
Okay. Let's see. Coach Felton is a great coach. Zoe Zoe wants you to pull up Cedar Grove schedule. There you go, right
It's
there.
on. It's on the screen. It's on the screen already. Trying to figure out what he's looking for. Again, 6-4. As I said before, we're going City Road. We go 6-4. I don't know what exactly it is you're looking for or what you're not understanding.
So I mean, okay, so wait a minute. On September the 6th, Monarch out of Florida, they come up here, right?
Yeah.
And it's neutral. So Godfrey, that's what that means.
Yeah, we playing them at Panthersville
So y'all
at
don't have
at the
home.
Wanza.
Okay, so y'all don't have home games. Y'all have neutral games, and it's either gonna be at Godfrey or it's gonna be over there on Memorial Drive. Is that what they saying?
Yeah, pretty much. So, we don't have an official home stadium.
Okay, so which one do you prefer playing in?
The Wanza.
Okay, so what don't you like about the other?
Oh, we separated.
Gotcha.
It's Hartford State. Hartford Stadium got two sides. Nah, we want to be close to you. We want to be able to talk trash to you.
Be around y'all stinking asses. Okay.
Nah, we want to have the police tape going down the middle of the stadium when you play us.
Zoe say y'all rebuilding, Mike, not reloading. Daryl says Valdosta has a bunch of skilled players that are really fast. For example, the core of running backs Valdosta has will be explosive. Overall, Valdosta will be young, but they'll make up for that with their speed. Okay.
Again, we're gonna go back to your earlier conversation. That second important position group don't mean nothing when you got good running backs.
Yeah, that was a topic we discussed earlier.
Yeah. If you don't even have a decent offensive line, it ain't gonna matter what you got at running back and receiver. It ain't gonna matter.
Because the argument was made earlier, Mr. Britt, in reference to what we were talking about. The question was posed: what's the most important player? What's the most important position offensively and defensively? And the panel members said that the quarterback was the most important on the offense, and the second most important was the line. When it comes to the defense in high school, the most important was the linebacker core, and then the second most important is the secondary. So that's where that is coming up. So what you just said about the skilled players and stuff, that's what he's referring to. Kind of segueing from Cedar Grove, because Mr. James is on here. I would be interested in learning or knowing what he thinks Stockbridge will be doing this year, because they played for the state championship last year. I don't know what they lost, but I think they gained some. I definitely gained a new coach.
I want to hear this, because I already know what my thoughts is on Stockbridge. So I want to hear somebody else's thoughts on Stockbridge.
So, Mr. James, why don't you let us know what you think, and are you excited about Coach Bama being your head coach, and what you think will happen? Zoe says y'all rebuilding, Mike. Y'all not reloading.
Okay, thank that. Good dope still selling itself.
Well, is it the crystal clear dope?
I was just gonna say it sounds like a little stepped on, but
yeah, they got that kind of cut on that thing.
I mean, it might be a little stepped on, but yeah, it might be a little stepped on, but it ain't stepped on with no fentanyl, that's for sure.
Huh.
still got them singing Hail Mary in the streets. Boom, boom, boom. Hail Mary.
Hey, the thing is that we still got players coming to us.
I bet y'all do. Mr. James, you there?
Cause them twins we got, woo-wee. Right. They gonna be a problem.
So what is their position?
Secondary.
Oh, okay.
And one of them gonna end up playing some receiver.
Okay. Who's gonna throw it to him?
Oh, we got somebody throwing it to him. That is the surprise of the season right there. When
Oh
y'all
my
find out who's
god.
on him.
We've been
Oh
asking that
my
question.
god. Hey, bro.
We've been
Listen,
asking that question since January, hadn't
I
we?
know, right? I'm just gonna tell my brother like this. You know we love you, bro. Chris County took their bumps. They took it on the chin. Peach County took their bumps. We took it on the chin.
Uh-huh.
Bro, just take it on the chin, bro.
Nope.
Just take it on the
Nope.
chin. Cause let's be
Nope.
honest. Now, let's be honest. For all the y'all new listeners that don't know, Friday Night Lights started from Chris County, Peach County, and Cedar Grove talking mess to each other. That's how all of this come together. Now, out those three, they was all heavyweights in the Class AAA back then when we started this. Chris County was first to fall off, then Peach right after them. Now, it's Cedar Grove time, bro. We took our lumps. Just take your lumps, man.
We ain't taking no lumps this year. Except for a
So
third round exit.
Okay, we'll see.
he said it ain't over till the fat lady sing.
And the fat lady is not warming up yet.
Well, I know a couple of big pieces that need to warm their pipes up.
Mr. Roberts said Cedar Grove gonna be 4-6 this year.
4-6. So outside of our 4 non-region games, what other 2 games we losing?
I say 5-5.
Possibly Doug and Stevenson.
Doug who? Nah,
Doug,
y'all ain't that bad.
Frederick Douglass High School.
I
But
said you could
thank you,
be.
Jess. We ain't that bad.
Nah, 5-5 maybe. But I don't think y'all. I think y'all go at least 500 because I just don't see. Now, if you lose the Douglas, y'all need to go and get y'all a new coach.
I'm with you on that one. But I don't even see us. I don't even see us losing to Stevenson. To be honest with you, I really don't.
You might not.
I just don't see it.
Yes, Mr. Shields. Third round exit is a Friday after Thanksgiving. You want to answer Mr. Brick's question?
Mr. Brick, me personally, looking at the practice, not seeing what's going on, I kind of got us pegged at 8-2, no less than 7-3.
For who?
Peach.
Yeah, I can ride with that. I can ride with that.
Third round exit is the Friday after Thanksgiving. Yes, it is, Mr. Shields.
Yeah, because there's no game Thanksgiving weekend. I don't know why they. I don't know. Well, I know why they did it, but it sucks. They done broke tradition.
Yeah, I don't like it. Mr. James says, with regard to Stockbridge, yes, Mr. Britt, but better than average. So Mr. James says, yeah, we are definitely rebuilding. We lost 18 starters, but the defense will be solid, and Bama has a lot of young talent. Straight from Ellenwood on offense.
Okay, thank you. You ain't lied on that. Well, you ain't lied on that one, but he ain't get the talent he wanted from Ellenwood though.
Bama has a lot of young talent on offense to work with, but we got a weak region, so anything less than 8-2 would be a disappointment. So what do y'all see yourself going and pull up Stockbridge schedule for me, Mike?
Mr. James, I think just real quick, babe, sorry to interrupt you, but I think Mr. James is on point with that. I think they non-region schedule they'll lose 2 games, but I think
they don't have. They do not have a non-region schedule. All their games are region games.
Oh well, yeah. I know. Jones County will probably win the region, with you being a second. So 8-2, maybe 9-1, 8-2. If you can run through your region minus Jones County.
Let me see your schedule. Let me see the schedule, Mr.
Oh, my bad. They got 1 non-region game against Dutchtown.
Yeah, see, that's why I said Dutchtown and Jones should be their only loss.
8-2. Okay. Wow, all region games. That's tough. So yeah, Mr. Britt, Peach County will be better than average. Yes.
And if a thing turn around to be a thing, like I think it's gonna be thinging, Mr. Britt,
Y'all better buckle up your chin strap because you're going to be in for a long ride with them Trojans this year.
From your lips to God's ears.
And to the football gods, too.
Ain't but one. He
Well,
trumped all them.
I worship all of them, though.
Well, I don't worship one. I follow the 10 Commandments. All of them. I think
Now,
no, yeah.
Anybody else schedule we need to pull up?
Yo was off. What do you think about Thomasville's schedule? Yo, how
I
you
have to
think
go.
Thomas?
I have to go back and look at Thomasville only because it's been a while. I want to apologize to single A Division 2. We never got to release y'all rankings, and now we're getting ready to go into our preseason rankings for the season. So that way too early preseason ranking. We didn't get to release y'all, so I do apologize. And I hadn't had an opportunity to really pay attention to Thomasville's schedule. But the one thing I will tell you, a team like Thomasville that was making runs in 3A to go down to single A, I think they will be a force to reckon with without even looking at their schedule. Just knowing the type of talent that be down there in Thomasville, in the whole Thomas County area. So I think they should do good down there in single A.
They don't have an easy out of region schedule, but their region schedule, I could see them being 1 or 2. Them tough. At least I don't know what Pelham gonna do,
but the schedule's on the screen though for you, yo.
Okay. Brooks County, I think they take a loss. They beat Pelham. They lose to Cairo. They lose to Thomas County Central. They run through their region until Fitzgerald and Worth County. Now, I think they can possibly beat Fitzgerald and Worth County, but they'll be their toughest competition in region. So anywhere from a 1, 2, or 3. I mean, you could easily beat Worth and Fitzgerald. You can easily lose to Worth and Fitzgerald, or either or. But I think if you look at the overall schedule, 1, 2, 3, possibly 5 and 5, or 7 and 3. 7 and 3, 5 and 5 at worst.
What's going on, Mr. Harris? We're gonna pull it up for you, Mr. Shields. Barry says, "Don't sleep on Worth. Their whole team is coming back."
Yeah, that's why I said it's a tough go with Worth County and Thomasville. And it come down to those 3, Thomasville, Worth, and
Fitzgerald
for the region. So I wouldn't be surprised if Worth didn't pull it out and win the region this year with what they got coming back. I did a lot of research when we was trying to get the 2A, the single A Division 2 polls together, and Worth was in that ranking. So I wouldn't be surprised if Worth win the region. But again, with the way the ball has been played in Fitzgerald and in Thomasville, either one of those 3 can win that region.
Yeah. So whose schedule are we looking at right now, Thirst?
We are looking at Kale.
Okay.
Who asked for Kale's schedule?
Mr. Shields.
Okay. Everything that's not highlighted as a region game is a win. North Atlanta will be your toughest game, non-region. Westminster has always been pretty good coming out the private schools, but I don't think they have enough. Blessed Trinity, same thing. The game that I'm concerned about would be the last game of the season with Cambridge. If you get by Blessed Trinity and Westminster at Kell, I think the region champs come down to them in Cambridge.
Where is Cambridge?
If I'm not mistaken, it's Cobb County School also.
Is somebody played them for this year?
Milton, Georgia.
About West Paces Ferry.
It's in Milton. That's where it's at.
Somebody played them. I can't
Oh,
remember because
Cambridge.
yeah, because we were trying to figure. I was trying to figure. We were trying to figure out who they were last year. That's where. That's
Is it
where.
just me?
Oh, what?
You think Cartersville takes a step back this year?
We're gonna hold on. Let's take a look and see. Let's take a look at this schedule. Nope.
Damn, Columbia got a tough schedule. They got two 6A schools. Let's
Let me see
see.
something. Hold on, let me see something with Columbia real fast. Okay, 2A school playing up. Okay, I just want to make sure. No, I don't think Cartersville take a step back. At least not in region play anyway.
That's Carterville schedule we're looking at.
Yep.
Cass will be a good game with them. City Town and Hiram. It all depends on what they got coming back. The outer region playing Calhoun and Rockmart would probably be their toughest games on the season. But Cartersville got a shot here to go 10-0, 8-2 at worst.
Mr. Shield said that was a good region last year. All right, Mr. Harris, one of my good classmates is a Worth County Ram.
Okay.
And here's the truth. I got to make a confession.
Okay.
So before I really knew anything about high school football, I used to play running back, sandlot, rec ball, 6 years old and stuff. And Marion Butts was my idol. I mean, I was like, they used to call me Boss Hog when I was younger because I was a big, little, healthy running back. And Marion Butts was my idol. And when I started going to Peach County football games and stuff, one day we had Worth County Rams on our schedule. And they had a running back by the name of Robert Toomer.
Good, goobly.
And he came down and did whatever he wanted to against my Trojans. And I think I disliked Worth County ever since then, man.
Man, let me tell you something. I was a sophomore in high school, and I was in the band, and so the field house. We used to go on the field so they could run through. They don't do that anymore, I guess, because there's enough of them. But back then we were 300 deep. But
like more than 13 right now.
But I remember being back there waiting to go on the field. I remember them coming on the field, and that joker came, and I don't know how he stood right next to me. I mean, he wasn't purple. He was just so happened that he was that close to me. And I looked up like, oh my, that boy was huge. I mean, he was. I had never seen nobody that big. I looked at. I felt like I was a little toddler, and he proceeded to come through. And God bless my Trojan, but Lord have mercy, he had his way.
He did.
We ain't gonna tell nobody. He looked like a grown man out there among boys.
Yeah, he looked like he was already. He did go to LSU.
But guess what? Like I said, find out Marion Butts was from down there also, and man, they had a couple of kids. One came up to Fort Valley State. I can't think of his name. Maybe Mr. Harris know.
But it was about 3 or 4 running backs. It was about 3 or 4 running backs in Worth County, back to back to back. That was just studs, man.
Oh, he must got a call.
Yeah, because he got.
Hold on. Got to mute him and bring him back on.
Oh.
We should be good now.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I had a call, but I just said one kid. Maybe Mr. Harris can help me if he remember. One kid went to Fort Valley, if I'm not mistaken. I think he was in between Marion Butts and Robert Toomer, but man, they had about 3 or 4 backs back to back to back to back that was just studs down there in Worth County.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
They just had their way with you, huh?
That's not always a bad thing, but we talking about football, right?
I know. Yeah, yeah, we talking football.
We talking about football. Okay, my
Yeah,
bad.
yeah, yeah.
Let me
We
get
talking
back.
about football.
That's nasty. Like the old folks say, you need to wash your mouth out with soap.
I know.
All right, I gotta get this question in because we're getting close to the end of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Today marked the day of a new landscape in the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
Or yesterday marked. Yesterday marked the new landscape in the SEC. So now the SEC now officially has Texas and Oklahoma in. That's a whole lot of money coming into the SEC. That's number one. Number two, well, it's going to be some good football games going down in the SEC.
Yes,
this year.
I agree.
Whew.
And I plan to be in front of somebody's TV or on my phone or something, looking at it. That's going to be some awesome.
I am so ready because what is it? That towards the end of August, Georgia opens up against Clemson here in Atlanta. At the end of August.
Mm-hmm.
Despite that, it sucks that it's a 12 noon kickoff. But I'm so ready for it.
Well, blame that on Clemson.
Yeah. I feel you on that one.
They don't move the needle anymore.
Looking at the new landscape of the SEC, and on top of that, 12-team college playoff coming up this year. And on top of that, NCAA 25 comes out by EA Sports sometime this month. Football season. Can y'all smell it? It's in the air. It's in the air.
I can. Football.
So,
no East-West conferences in the year in the SEC. That's right. No East-West conferences.
She said football.
So here's my thing, right? And I'm talking NCAA 25 on. Drop your gamer tag. We can get at it.
Oh Lord. Y'all hear that podcast land? Drop your gamer tag so y'all can play.
We can get at it. The only problem is I don't know if you're gonna be playing me or my son.
All right, what system you on, bro? PS5 or the Xbox?
I got both.
Ooh.
Okay. I think I'm gonna have to. I got the 4 and the Xbox in the house, but I think I'm gonna have to go get me a 5 because I want to take your head off. Now here's the thing.
Yeah.
And let's go for anybody in podcast land that I play. I'm gonna tell you like I do people when I play Madden. If I don't choose the Atlanta Falcons, I don't play you. If I can't choose Georgia Bulldogs, I don't want to play.
Exactly.
I'm with you on that. I know somebody that you definitely gonna have to play. Because they say that they're the they I don't think they ever lost Madden when they were when they get college game day.
Who? I don't think who are you talking about?
It ain't none of your business, but I'm just saying.
They go back to mule chasing, bro.
Don't worry about it. I'm about to start playing Atomic Dog. You I don't know why. That wouldn't be correct.
Okay, my bad. I'm sorry.
That wouldn't be correct. No. I was thinking about college game day. I was thinking about maybe Madden. But yeah, y'all play.
As long as I can choose the Georgia Bulldogs. If I play anybody and you play with Georgia Bulldogs, I ain't playing you.
I think you'd be safe with this particular gentleman. You be safe.
I ain't gonna lie though. I'm trying to decide if I want to go with Tech or Georgia State or Mercer to build a dynasty with. I'm going with a team from Georgia to build me a dynasty with.
You gonna
I
get it
might
out
get
the mud, huh? Why don't you Georgia Southern?
the Southern. You know what? That's a good idea. That's why I say I'm going with a team from Georgia. I just need some suggestions.
Or
Build me a
it's 25. They
Kennesaw State.
me though. West Georgia. They just went D1. What, July? I mean, a couple
June.
of days ago.
Yeah, well, that should be enough. Now, my question is, what conference? At what point? What conference? Should I bring him into the SEC at some point?
Of course.
Win your conference.
No, I'm gonna win my conference. I'm gonna win my conference. Do I want to bring him up?
Mm-hmm. Chris said Duke Kennesaw State. Are they Division One?
They are. They FCS.
Oh, okay.
Before we get off, man, I want to shout out AJ Hill, Hoko Bears, man, committed to Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Corey Pettigrew, Perry Panthers, man. South Florida commit, if I'm not mistaken. Shout out Jordan Donald, Perry linebacker, who's a Western Kentucky commit. Y'all got some commits, man. Make sure y'all post them on the page, man, so we can recognize these kids who all been committing. Shout out Peyton Joseph. He'll be committing tomorrow. I think his top two is Florida State and Memphis right now.
Okay.
Shout
Congratulations.
out Isaiah Gibson. His decommit from the University of South California to the Georgia Bulldogs.
Yes, sir.
Shout out.
Conference? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No.
Now, my question is, Memphis just changed conferences. What conference did they go into?
That we really did look at because Memphis will be a school that will be on the rise here shortly.
And that's why I asked the question.
Yeah, what they was Conference USA or something at first?
Something like that. Hold on, let me look this up.
I'm about to look it up. And to answer your question, yes, that's him, Oscar. He was number 56 for us.
Okay, Morris say you think they went into the American Conference.
Oh, okay. No, and the reason I bring it up is because of they're making some big recruitment moves right now.
They are.
I mean,
well, when you got FedEx in your back door, and they can give you some NIL money, you can start making some commits too.
Facts on that. Now,
young players get paid. Young homies get paid.
Okay, they went to the American Conference. Okay,
American Athletic Conference.
Yeah, because I'm like, man, they signed some big on some good names, and on top of that, they got some good NIL money up there too.
So okay. So this is a newly formed conference then.
What, the American Conference?
No, I think they've been in.
Oh, okay, they're a charter member of the American Athletic Conference. That's why I said that.
Oh, so it might be just starting then. I thought American Conference been in.
Let's see. Yeah, they're in the American Athletic Conference. They were in Conference USA. Morris says Memphis is not a safe place.
Agreed.
Just don't. It all depends on what side of the Mississippi y'all.
I don't want to find out. I steer clear. I've been to Memphis once, and I liked it. I don't like the drive to it. I think it's a horrible drive. If I ever had to go back, I would fly. But yeah. And then when I went, Bill Street just disappointed me. But that's a whole nother story.
It's a bootleg French Quarter.
because when you hear Beale Street, I'm thinking it's gonna be this just huge, I mean, not Vegas like, but it's just a little cobblestone street. I was like, oh, this is
Hold
okay.
on. Man, I must be going crazy because the Pac-12 only got 2 teams in there this year.
Well, notice that you don't hear them talk about Power Five anymore. They say P4 now. So that
Pac-12,
yeah,
no,
they pretty much dissolved. They done.
Pac-12 got 2 teams: Oregon State and Washington State.
Did you not see the SEC short yesterday?
I saw it, and it just I never actually. Okay, I saw the SEC short. Hell, I didn't post it, but I saw it. But I'm sitting here looking at all the conferences right now, and this is really killing me because I never really put eyes on it like this. The Pac-12 only got 2 teams.
Now, question: will UCF be playing the Big 12 this year?
UCF? No.
So when will they go to the Big 12?
Not sure, but it ain't this year. That's for sure. It ain't this year because as of right now, UCF is still. Hold on.
Conference USA?
Hold on. I'm going through all the conferences right now. Where they at? UCF.
Probably
No,
saying Central Florida.
no, I'm trying to see where they at. I don't see them. Okay. Yeah, I don't see it. Okay. Oh, there they go. I just passed them. They are in the Big 12. Big 12. That's where they went to, the Big 12.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
Big 12. I don't know why I thought you said. I don't know why I thought you said Pac-12. But yeah, Big 12.
Nothing in there. And that was a selling point for a lot of kids because I don't know if you all know, last year and the year before, man, they had a strong recruit class. And that was the selling point that they was going to the Big 12.
How the ACC got Cal in it right now? That don't even make sense. SMU, Stanford. That don't even make sense to be in the ACC right now.
It doesn't.
Good point, Chris.
Yeah. We will. Let's see. Zachary says, does Colorado make the playoffs this season?
Definitely. Next.
Okay. Chris says, hate to change the topic, but I know we're about out of time. But on the next episode, could y'all talk about the post from the JHSA about the NIL? Did y'all see that post on social media last week? If so, what are you all's thoughts?
I'm gonna say what I said last year when it officially got announced. If you're not a Super 11, NILs ain't gonna matter to you. If your name is not Juju, Antoine Hill, AJ Hill, and a couple of other cats, and 9 other cats in the state of Georgia, it ain't gonna matter to you.
Yeah, but next year it'll be 12, 11 different babies. So I think it's
I'll
something
say
we need to
this.
discuss.
Be mindful, parents, coaches, be mindful of these NIL deals with these kids. All money ain't good money.
And I mean, yeah, you're talking about the big money, but what about the local kid who gets some money for the hardware store downtown?
For Ace Hardware downtown. Okay, here's the deal with this. Here's my thing. Number one, some of your NIL money is going towards a half decent lawyer. For the simple fact, you need to ensure that these venues, these individuals are not trying to take you for future earnings. That's number one.
Like the guy from Florida.
Yeah, not trying to take you for your child's potential future earnings. Keep that in mind. That's number one. Number two, remember, you cannot represent your school or team in any shape, form, or fashion. Number three, protect your child from potential future earnings. I don't know how much to stress that one because I said it twice. Those are the top 3 things. as far as I'm concerned.
You mean in the state, Mars?
Let's name our top 10 North and South.
You mean in the state or by classification, or what are you saying? And what line are we dividing? Because we always have an issue when we try to do this on where certain people land and where they should be. If we can come up with and since you posed the question, Mars, give us a cutoff line from north. If we're running from Alabama to the coast, give us your cutoff for north and south.
Yeah, I think Chris used to post a a map on his page that was always pretty good, I thought. So,
Uh,
I mean,
but
at
that
this
was South
point,
Middle.
now what is that for top 10 schools or top 10 players?
that's what we're trying to figure out. Because I mean, me personally, just without doing any kind of, I mean, my top team north is 4 teams that I can name right now that's gonna possibly be winning in the 6A class. Carrollton, Beaufort, Douglas County, and Newton.
He said players.
You said players?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Man, we ain't got that much time.
Well, that's something we can.
Yeah, I'll definitely get with the panel, Mars, and we can discuss that on the next show. We'll come up with what we think is our top 10, and we would love to have y'all input on that.
Are we the top 10 in the north and the top 10 in the south, or are we just doing top 10 period? How's that going? How y'all trying to do that?
Top 10 north and south is what he asked. So,
well, why don't we do north, south, and middle? Because
man, that's too much. Man, that's too much. Man, that's too much. That's too much. That's too much.
Okay.
And Chris, that's what a lot of kids in college did. Shout out to Kieris Jackson, former Peach County Georgia Bulldog, now Tennessee Titan. He created his own logo while he was with Georgia and branded his own. You know, he created his own brand, and I think that's what the high school kids need to do, because that's what it is. It's name, image, and likeness. You know, you can't put on a Peach County uniform or a Coffee County uniform and go advertise for, you know, the local Winn-Dixie. You know what I mean? You have to do it off of your name and image. So if you create your own brand, like you saying, create your own logo, let your name as a Coffee County Trojan or a Peach County Trojan be what sells your logo and your brand that you create for your local Winn-Dixie. Then I think that will keep you safe and out of trouble with the GHSA rules and whatnot.
That's the only way to do it.
Yeah. Chris says the rule states you can't use the logo. So with this technology, they can come up with their own brand. I think it would be cool if they came up with their own brand to move them forward. That makes plenty of sense. Come up with their own logo.
Yep.
Yeah, they got to. But at the end of, like I say, man, at the end of the day, have that money going to a good lawyer. Because you got to put one on your team. They got you. That has your child's best interest at heart, not their pocket's best interest, but your child's best interest at heart.
Because at the end of the day gonna end. Just like this podcast. It's about to end.
Now I'll be scratching my head all night wondering what the heck she meant.
Just like this podcast is going to end until next week. And like I said, I know we took some vacation time, but we back on. And next week, this is the dead week, but next week we'll have some stuff to talk about. So, matter of fact, podcast land, if there's some suggestions, if there's something in particular that you want to talk about, you can always inbox us and ask if there's something that if it's really something you're passionate about and you want to talk about. You can inbox us.
Hey, real quick, man. Shout out Chris Pace and the Coffee County Trojans, man. From what I heard, my Peach County Trojans had a great workout in a padded camp down there, and the hospitality was great, man. We appreciate y'all looking out for our boys while they was down there.
Amen. Thanks, guys. Great hospitality.
We're gonna have some good hospitality. We're gonna have some good hospitality in Ellenwood for anybody that come visit us.
Nah, y'all get folks up there trying to sell them houses and stuff.
Thank y'all so much for listening to us tonight. We'll be back next week. And
same place, same time.
Well, we're gonna try and be on same place for sure. We're gonna try and be on time next week.
Well, it all depends. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Some people have things to do after work.
hey, life be life.
Life be life. That's
some
my
people
boy.
have stuff to do. Now I work from home, so you figure the rest out.
Y'all great, Cole. You stupid.
Good night, y'all.
Good night, everybody.
Love, peace, happiness. Thank y'all for coming out. God bless. Have a good one.